We have emphasized that government institutions have a lawful basis for collecting information. So it's important that that also comes across. The benefits of data protection, one is increased job opportunity. We see an opportunity for employing data protection officers. We see opportunity for trainings. We see the Data Protection Act also spurring economic growth through innovation and online trading. We see improvement in investor confidence, because if people know that as Kenya, we are securing the digital space, we are securing the digital space through data protection, we are able to do that. And of course, we also see the investment in the digital infrastructure. That is the short presentation. I'll hand over to the MC. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, Madam Kasait. With your permission, Your Excellency, at this point, I would like to invite the Ambassador to Kenya from Germany, His Excellency Thomas Wimmer, to also make some few remarks. Welcome. Tumpigie makofi ki Kenya. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dr. William Ruto, the President of the Republic and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, the Honorable Eliud Owalo, CS for Information, Communications and Digital Economy, the Honorable Deputy Governor of Nairobi, our good friend and cooperation partner, the Honorable Immaculate Kasait, the Data Protection Commissioner. I would also like to say hi to my colleague, Irene Garibaldi. She's the European Union Head of Cooperation and works very closely with us in the matter of data protection. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and happy International Data Protection Day. Kenya is one of the pioneers in terms of digitalization. Very obviously, my country, Germany, and many other countries can learn a lot from Kenya. Kenya is a digital heavyweight. With Kenyans going online in record numbers, the digital transformation has therefore also become a centerpiece of Kenyan-German relations. Jointly with the European Union, Germany is investing close to 3 billion shillings in support of Kenya's transition towards a sustainable and human-centered digital economy. We do this through our joint project called Digital Transformation Center. I am also proud to announce a new initiative on the digitalization of TVET institutions in Kenya, funded by Germany, France, and the EU, adding another 9.5 billion shillings. Thank you. Data is becoming an increasingly important commodity, something we could not have imagined a few years ago. However, data is only valuable if we know how to use it sensibly and how to protect it. Data-driven innovations have the potential to transform people's lives and to create major benefits for companies and societies. But this comes with significant risks in terms of data safety and data privacy, challenges which we are all facing, Kenya, Germany, and many other countries alike. Kenya has firmly positioned itself as a regional and global leader on data protection. The adoption of the Data Protection Act is a remarkable achievement, and the impressive work of the Data Protection Commissioner speaks for itself. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the world's first data protection law was adopted in Germany in 1970. The German federal state of Hesse enacted the world's first Data Protection Act. Last year, on this day, I joked that I didn't even know we had data then, but it's good to know that they were well protected if we had any. Since then, data protection laws have been spreading across the globe. Germany and the EU have been Kenya's prime partners for the implementation of the Data Protection Act since the onset. We have been working closely with the Data Protection Commissioner and the Ministry of Information, Communications and the Digital Economy to establish a strong data protection culture in Kenya. Data protection is a civil right, and governments have the responsibility to create the framework for the citizens. But data protection is also a business asset. Kenya's comprehensive data protection and cybersecurity framework is developing into a strong pull factor for foreign companies to invest. As German Development Cooperation and as Team Europe, we look forward to partnering with you here in Kenya, but also in international fora, to jointly shape the global data protection architecture. Kenya has all the ingredients to fast-track its digital transformation. I would like to thank Your Excellency, the President, the ICT Ministry, and the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner for working with us and organizing this event in exactly this spirit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Let's give him another warm clap. And at this point, Your Excellency, with your permission, I would like to invite the Deputy Governor for Nairobi, Honorable Njoroge Mushiri, who will stand in for Governor Johnson Sakaja. Tumpigie makofi. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, CS Eliud Owalo, the Data Commissioner, ambassadors here present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Njoroge Mushiri, as been told. I stand here on behalf of Governor Sakaja, who could not make it to this event. And first of all is to welcome you to the city of Nairobi. And we are very pleased that this is happening in our capital. In the city of Nairobi, in our government, we've already adopted technology in a number of things that we are doing. We have a state-of-the-art data center that was established quite a while back, and which we are now using effectively to be able to deliver services to our people. Your Excellency will be pleased to know that we have also set up a Smart Nairobi Directorate to be able to digitize and automate a lot of our functions within the city. And we also set up a Hustler Opportunities Directorate that we will serve largely on the back of technology. In this regard, then, therefore, the data that we collect will need to be carefully protected. We need to be able to enhance protection of personal information while we allow it to be accessed by the various parties in terms of decision-making and in terms of carrying out what is lawful government business. We will also be looking at some of the other areas that we need to automate, like in streetlights. We can do a lot of work on the streetlights. You have smart poles, which we can then use to collect data across the city that we use to process and manage our operations within the city. In addition to that, we're implementing a GIS system that will allow us to do street addressing, and that enables us to get very efficient in terms of rates collection, business permit licensing, and all that we need to do to be able to drive revenues up in the city. It's therefore important that all this data that we collect is carefully protected, is carefully managed, is carefully stored, and is carefully dispensed to those parties that need to access it. Therefore, we're happy that the Data Protection Commissioner and their team are focusing on this day to be able to enlighten our people about the importance of this function. Without much further ado, I'd like to thank you all very much for coming and wish you a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, DG. And at this point, I will now call upon the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Information,